guys, we're going to do a couple play test hands with the scrap deck. I'm going to show you exactly how this deck runs. We'll shuffle. We'll do a couple play test hands. Oh, that's not bad at all. All right. So the first thing what I would do is I like to bait. I would bait, the opponent just in case they have something. So a lot of times they'll do their Ash Blossom. So I'll do Fossil Dig. A lot of times they don't want me digging into the deck because they think that was my only card that I have. So a lot of times they'll probably Ash Blossom it so we won't activate this effect. Hopefully they don't have another one in their hand. So then I would play Scrap Factory, normal, and then use his effect, destroy himself, and I would chain his destruction to a Scrap Storm. That's going to let me mill. We will mill. This is actually what we're going to do is we're not going to put him out. We're actually going to put your Scrap Goblin. We're going to put him into the grave, okay? Now, I don't know why I'm shuffling it. Okay, so his effect is going to hit. I'm going to draw. And then his effect, we actually drew one of the cards we needed. His effect will allow you to go get your Scrap Chimera. Then this one, it'll be Chain Link. So a lot of times people understand that Scrap Factory loses timing whenever it's in a chain. It has to be like one of the last things that it does. But because you're activating this and this and this, we can actually activate the Scrap Factory. So we're going to put this to our hand. So then we're going to special. Then this effect, we're going to get him back. We're going to actually get our Scrap Dragon. Then we're going to go Scrap Chimera. And we're going to, because remember you get to normal summon him again because of Scrap Raptor. You're going to special. You're going to get your Scrap Dragon again. Or what you could do, let's just say for ha-has, if you really wanted to, and let's say that, you could put, you don't really need Scrap Factory on the board anymore. So what you could have done, instead of going for Scrap Dragon, you could have went and got your Scrap Wyvern. His effect will kick in. This is in the grave. You can actually get your Scrap Goblin back. Okay, or if you wanted to get him back, you could just effect pop. And then, so Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. You don't really use this anymore. So this is just, we're pretending we're going first turn. So we're going to get this back to our hand. Then we're going to special. And then his effect, we're going to have to pop one of our cards. We'll pop this. We don't need that anymore. Then we're going to use his effect. We're going to special. Then you could go for your Scrap Dragon. Then you can overlay. Get your Dublin out. Then you can actually remove this. And I'm sorry, not remove it, but detach to special. You can either special him or you can special him. And then whoever you're going to special, that's going to become your thing. So since we're going to go first, I would probably put this onto the field just like that. And there you go. So you got a nice little combo. I would set this. This is pretty cool. Basically, target one dragon monster you control. Its attack becomes double into the end of this turn. And if your opponent currently controls a dragon monster, and if your opponent currently controls a dragon monster, the activation of the targeted monster's effects cannot be negated for the rest of this turn. During the main phase, you could banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one of your Dragon XYZ monsters that is banished from your graveyard, and put it in defense. So you would just put that onto the field, and since you got 1, 2, 3, you got 3 dragons, and you could actually use that to double its attack. And the best part is, because this messes with the attack, you can actually use this on the damage step. So it's pretty cool how you could do that. So yeah, that's just one hand. We can actually do another one. Let's see what we get. All right. So right off the bat, we could do a couple of things. I like to bait. Again, we're going to pretend that we're going to go first. I like to bait people just because they like to do Ash Blossom. So what I'll do is I'll do Scrapyard. Or I would either do Fossil Fusion. Either one of these will search out your Scrap Raptor. So even if they, let's say they Ash Blossom this one, okay, Fossil Dig. I'll still let us get to our card that we need. All right. Then we would Scrap Raptor. We would summon it. Effect, pop itself. Now, you can either do it a couple ways. What I would do in this instance, you can either get a Scrap Factory, or you could get another Scrap Chimera, or something that's not a tuner. So, you know what I would do? In my personal opinion, I would go get the Scrap Factory. So, we're going to get the Scrap Factory. Okay? And I'm going to explain why. So, the Scrap Factory, you're going to use your other normal summons. Effect. Okay, due to his, you can actually do an additional normal summons. And you're going to actually use your Scrap Factory right off the bat. You're going to special. His effect is that he gets to pop a card. So he's going to pop himself. There's no targets in the graveyard that will allow you to use his effect. But Scrap Factory does activate. So we are going to get... We're going to go and get our Scrap Goblin. Okay. Then he could use his effect. You're going to special him back. Then what we're going to do is we're going to, since we already used Scrap Goblin, we're going to put this in there. And he's like Chaos Sorcerer. Like as long as you special summon him the right way the first time, you could keep getting him back from the graveyard. It's when you dump him, you can't really get him back from the grave. So you're going to put him in there, and then you're going to go for your Scrap Wyvern. Scrap Wyvern is going to target your Scrap Goblin. Scrap Goblin's effect is going to take off. You could have actually done it a different way too. You could actually threw this into the grave. Let's just say that we threw that into the grave, right? We'll just say that this was in the grave. You target this. He destroys. This goes back to your hand. You could. That was probably the better, safer way. And then He's going to special summon. And then we're going to get... Now, you can either go for another goblin, or you go for your goblin or a golem. It depends on what you want to do with this. So let's say that we're going to get, for ha-has, we'll get another golem. Okay. And I know he could be on top. He's on top. He's not in there at all. So then his effect is going to kick in. You have to destroy something. You destroy your scrap factory. You don't really have to use it anymore. Effect. We're going to special. We're going to sync. We're going to get our carnivorous. His effect after we shuffle. See what we get. Draw a card. All right, got Ash Blossom. That's not bad. Then you use his effect. You're going to special. All right. And there's actually a couple things you could do right now. Depending on what you want to do, you can either go for one of him. So what I would do in this case, I would get rid of this in order to get him. And then I will use this to get your... It all depends on what you want to do. Actually, no, you know what? I totally did that wrong. You could have... There's actually a lot of plays you could do. So let's redo this. We're gonna keep this here, and we got 3 in hand. What we can do, you can either go for your... so what I would do is just to put another body on the field, and we would go for your scrap dragon. And then, you could set this just because you got a dragon, or you can get your... Where the hell did I put it? Or did I put it in the graveyard? I did. All right, and then you could go for your scrap access talker. Either way, he's 43, and you got protection, and you could put this down, 28. A lot of times we're going to look at this, they're going to be like, oh, wow, he's just I don't really care about him. But then you flip this over, and they run into 28 times 2. So what is that? 16, that's 56, right? No, that's... All right, 28. So we got 16. Yeah, 56. Yeah, 56 beater here now. So there's a lot of stuff that you could do, actually. This, and then you put in your graveyard, and then you can set up for your next turn with him, or you got your Ash Blossom. So there's actually a lot of combinations that you could do. That's actually pretty cool. Let's do one more, and we'll see what we can end with. Oh, that's actually not bad. You could do a lot with this, actually. A lot of times they're not expecting it. You probably won't be able to go off like you did before, but what you can do is summon it, destroy himself, and then you would get your scrap chimera back. I'll just shuffle real quick. Okay, we're going to set this onto the field. We're going to normal summon him again through Scrap Raptor. Then we're going to get our Scrap Wyvern. His effect is going to kick in. We're going to get him back. He's going to pop. His effect is going to kick in. We're going to get Scrap Goblin. His effect is you got to destroy a card on the field. Destroy this. All right. Then we're going to get using his effect, we'll get him back. We'll get him effect. We'll draw a card. Oh, that's not bad at all. So we'll set this, and we can actually set this just in case they decide to destroy. We'll get another card to the grave, and then you get, actually no, you can keep this in your hand, because then he's going to be what, 15, so he's 25, plus you get protection with him. Then next turn you flip this over, and a lot of times they're not prepared for that. So, and you got Nibiru in hand. So yeah, so it's actually not a bad, it's not bad at all. So anyway, that's it. Thank you so much.